Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Welcome to Special Report for Wednesday, August the 19th, brought to you by KC Securities. And just a little later, you're going to find out we got a new sponsor for our weather as well.
Yes.
I'm Chris Olcorn here with
Daniel LaPrade. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, good morning. It's going to be an interesting weather day over the next few days.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of sun to report. We have lots of icons and mixed bags and
a lot of non-sun icons coming up. So
yeah, we got to get through this, and then maybe in September we'll see some good weather.
That's still a couple of weeks away, though.
Yeah.
Thanks for the confidence boost.
But no 30 degrees.
No 30 degrees. Right now, I'd take 25, honestly.
Yeah, it was cold this morning.
It was cold yesterday. I was out in the afternoon. It was like only 22, I think, 23, something like that.
And Thunder Bay, you're sitting at 6 right now when I checked before we went to air. So
wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're not in Thunder Bay.
Yes.
Speaking of different places, today tour around Ontario. He's going to be out in Mississauga. We're going to carry that at 1 o'clock. He'll be there with Carolyn Mulrooney, who's the Minister of Transportation, and Kinga Surma, who's the Associate Minister of Transportation for the GTA, as well as Bonnie Crombie, who is the Mayor of Mississauga. So we will carry that live for you here on Special Report at 1 p.m. So come on back at that point in time to find out what Doug Ford's big announcement was today.
Yeah.
Ford was a little feisty yesterday with the teachers. We'll get to that in a bit.
He was, of course, we carried Terry Sheehan yesterday at 1 for the local announcements.
Yes, and speaking of that, that's our top story for the day, actually. Algoma Steel is getting approximately a $4 million investment into their climate change initiative. So basically what this is the federal government has what they call the Low Carbon Economy Fund. And this is the fund that they are using to invest in companies so that we can hit our 2030 targets for carbon reduction and to be carbon free by 2050 or earlier.
Right.
So Terry Sheehan said the environment and the economy go hand in hand. This investment marks an important milestone in the making of the Sault steel industry safer for the community, better for our environment, and more innovative for the future. Now, what this is going to specifically is to improve their tar removal and light oil recovery in its coke-making plants. Now, I'm assuming that's not Coca-Cola and not cocaine. I'm assuming it's something different. But it could explain all the recent drug busts as well. But I can't confirm.
I don't think they're coming up with Algoma Steel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Algoma Steel's their coke plant is a little different than some of the other possible words for the word coke. So neither one of us know anything about making steel, so we're just going to assume that this is just something in the steel making process.
We leave that to them, the professionals.
And in our ear, we have someone
hearing in our ear
saying, it's part of steel.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good to know, because that could be a major bust and a big, lot of jobs lost in the city if that happens.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so this is what it actually is in real terms. 21,000 tons of greenhouse gas emissions per year reduction. In total, 596,000 tons over the project's lifetime.
Okay.
So the average person can understand this. This is the same as taking off. How many cars do you think this is equivalent of taking off the road?
Ooh, in the
for 1 year. 182,000.
Yeah. Okay.
Cars off the road
that's
for a
more
single
than
year.
I thought.
Is a reduction of the 596,000 tons. So that is,
and that's good for our city because we all know the steel plant with the pollution and the smell around. Anything that we can get rid of is good. Yeah,
they said at the conference yesterday that this grant, and once it's put in, will actually improve the air quality in the city. It's lowering their carbon emissions, obviously, which is obviously good going forward.
Yes.
But it actually will improve the air quality.
Which is good. If you're not from here and you come here, you'll notice that right off the bat usually.
Yeah. So this is all part of their federal Liberals plan, basically to be net zero by 2050. So that's what the low carbon fund is for. And that fund actually has hundreds of millions of dollars in it. Yeah. So this is just one thing that they're doing to try and reduce emissions over time.
And that's good, right? I mean, little steps, right? Baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. We have to do something, obviously, because we can't let climate change keep going the way it is. But this is obviously a good step forward. So. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
alrighty.
Well,
what do we got for police?
That was our top story, and of course we got
big gun crime last night.
Yeah. The BB guns.
A BB gun.
Well,
Jeepers.
At least there's reports.
This doesn't even make the news in America. I'd just like to point out.
Or you have like 10 of these a day, or I don't know how many. But anyways, city police are investigating reports of a person with a BB gun. So on early Tuesday evening, Sault Ste. Marie Police Services responded to reports of an individual carrying what appeared to be a BB gun in the area of the Tim Hortons and John Street and RJ's Market. According to police, the incident is under investigation. No shots were fired, and there is no threat to public safety at this time. That's all the details we basically have at the moment, and Sioux Online on TV will update the story and bring you more information as it becomes available. So if you want to find this story and all the stories that we present, you can go to SiouxOnline.com, and that's where you can also stay updated in between when we're presenting it on the show here.
Yes, and also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well. Keep abreast of all the stuff that's going on here.
Yes.
Now, we got, this one might be a candidate for the Darwin Award. A certain individual in Elliott Lake destroyed his pickup truck because he drove over it with a skidder, which is a type of forestry equipment. And the truck was stuck on a logging bridge and in the Hat Lake area, about 65 kilometers north of Elliott Lake. He took the skidder from a forestry business to try and free his truck. When we say took, he didn't steal it, he borrowed it. But and he actually didn't know how it worked, so he actually drove over his vehicle. But
come on,
obviously he's not that. If you drive over your own vehicle, that's probably not going to let your insurance company's not going to be like, yeah, we'll just get you.
Yeah, like I mean,
that's kind of like your error.
Is that somebody trying to get a new car with their insurance? Like I mean,
well, he decided to report it as stolen.
Oh, there.
Yeah, so this just keeps getting better. After he runs over his car and totals it, he decides to report it as being stolen. So the police investigated, and Gayton Henry, 36, was charged with theft over 5,000 motor vehicle and public mischief, and it goes to court on October the 6th in Elliott Lake. But he did turn himself in, like as soon as the police were like, nah, yeah.
This is big news in Elliott Lake, city of 11,000 people.
Yeah, so that is definitely a candidate for the Darwin Award. First he runs over his vehicle with a piece of equipment he doesn't know how to work. Then he reports it stolen.
Yeah.
Then he gets caught with it not actually being stolen. Yeah. I mean, that's like, he's got a couple.
Well, and you know, I saw some comments. There's a group called Elliott Lake Buzz, and there's a post in there, and I saw some comments saying like, "Why is this even newsworthy?" Well, it's not every day that somebody goes and runs over their vehicle with a skidder or whatever, and then reports it's stolen, and especially in a small town city like Elliott Lake, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a weird story.
Yeah, that's strange, you know.
That day just kept getting worse and worse for him. So.
Yeah, and it continues though. We have another man charged with break and enter.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, here we go with the break and enters. So on August 17th, 2020, officers with patrol services arrested 21-year-old Sundance Corbier for break and enter. It's alleged that in the early morning hours of August 17th, 2020, the accused entered a residence in the 100 block of East Street and took identification of the victim. Of a victim, I guess. The accused was located at 1236 on August 17, 2020 and arrested, and he is charged with break and enter and scheduled to appear in court on October 19th, 2020. So you broke in to get ID? Like
you broke in to get an ID?
You can't make this stuff up, and I know this from working in the industry. And a lot of times when I see these names, I'm like, oh, him again, her again, you know? Like, I'm telling you, like, it's like a revolving door, you know? Like, break and enter, arrest, charge, courts let them out, back out. You know, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, well.
So, and we got to keep reporting to you.
It keeps
break and enters.
And keeps our police busy.
Yes, yes.
When they're not, going after mailbox crime and stuff, and debit cards where someone stole a debit card and spent $8.11, and they pursued the subject all day till they got him.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, so yesterday, Ford was a little feisty at his conference, press conference. Unfortunately, we didn't carry that. We were carrying the Terry Sheehan announcement. But he went after the teachers' unions because they've obviously put together a back-to-school plan. The kindergarten to grade 8, you're going to see sort of a normal class size with social distancing. And they have you're going to keep each class as a single cohort. And they're following all the safety and health recommendations put out by our chief medical officer for the province on how to open the schools safely, and still the teachers want additional things on top of that, and some are refusing to go back to work. So I heard this morning on my way in, about 97% of teachers are willing to go back into the classroom, and 3% just said no.
Okay.
That's a high number, though, given that we're in a pandemic. I mean, there's obviously in that 3% people could have health issues, immune problems.
And this goes the same for lots of professions.
Yeah, so it's not like 3% of the teachers are like, no, I'm not working because I don't want to work. They probably have issues, or they take care of an elderly parent or something like that as well. But it was a little feisty yesterday. Ford basically was going after teachers saying, look, we have done everything we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, and I think he feels because of what happened last year with the strikes, or earlier in the year rather, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah,
I mean, last year was basically a lot of disruption from strikes.
Yes.
Then we hit COVID-19.
And they settled.
We've had an entire year of interruption in our school system. So.
Yeah.
But weather.
So we're going to get into the weather here. Before we go into our live view, going to mention, because we are going to see some thunderstorms most likely in the next few days. So this is a statistic on this day history, 1989. In the early morning, thunderstorms deluged southeastern Delaware with 6 to 10 inches of rain in 4 to 6 hours, with local reports of 13 to 20 inches of rain. This is inches. This isn't centimeters like you would in Canada. 26 major roads were closed or damaged, and 14 bridges were washed out, and flooding caused nearly $4 million damage to local businesses. That's a lot of rain.
6 inches of rain is a ton.
Yes, we're not going to see that much, but you're going to see the live view now of our waterfront camera, which is sponsored by wirelesscom.ca, and we're looking at the International Bridge and the rapids there, and the marinas to the bottom there, the Bellevue Marina. Not Bellevue Marina, sorry, Roberta Bondar Marina. And we're going to see the sun today and a few clouds, seasonal day, but things are going to change come this evening and into overnight. So I'll have the details of your 3-day forecast, regional temperatures, as well as your radar coming up after this break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Modernize our car and light oil plant and shrink our carbon footprint. Through this project, we will optimize the capture and removal of tar and oil waste that are suspended in the co-product.
Even though we can't always meet in person, we can still listen.
Even though schools are closed, help is still available in your community.
Even though you may be worried, services and supports are still here.
In stressful times like these, families need mental health supports more than ever.
We are here to make sure you can stay connected to your community and culture.
Nous savons qu'il peut être difficile de rester à la maison, mais vous n'êtes pas seul.
And we know asking for help for yourself and others can be hard.
But there are people in your community who are ready to support you.
No matter your age, gender, sexual identity, race, or culture.
No matter the day, time, or issue.
We're here to help.
It's easier to say nothing than blend in. But I need to speak up for what I know is right. I have a voice. I can lead the way. I will be a light in my community.
Welcome back to Special Report for Wednesday, August the 19th. Thank you very much for joining us. We are brought to you by KC Securities. Got some Facebook shout-outs, so good morning to Mel, Karen, Nicole, and Cindy. Thank you all for liking and also saying good morning to us. We very much appreciate it. When we're live on the air, if you want to interact with us during the show, you can just go to our Facebook page, click on the video as we stream through Facebook Live, and then there's a chat, and you can interact with us there if you want us to do any birthday shout-outs, anniversaries, anything like that, or just want to say good morning. That's how you can do it when we're live in the air. Alrighty, what's going on with the weather there, Daniel?
Thank you very much, Chris. Good morning, everyone. And we mentioned it was Topless Tuesday yesterday at Northern Lights Detailing. If you go to their Facebook page, you'll see some of the photos of the fun there. Also want to mention that they're going to be coming on as a sponsor for the weather segment very soon. Just working out the details, and we will be carrying them on our segment for the weather, as well as they'll be on SiouxOnline.com. So thank you to Northern Lights, another local business, and we're happy to promote them, and glad it went well yesterday for your Topless Tuesday. And it's a good thing that you did it on Tuesday, because today we're going to see, here's these showers. They're moving in tonight. You're going to see the winds pick up. We're going to see probably by the later in the evening the rain is going to be here, and we're going to see it overnight. And this is going to move in. High pressure is moving out. Some unstable weather coming on Thursday. You can see on your full screen now the high pressure that's below us there to the south in the US. We aren't going to see that. We have some low pressure systems coming our way. So I'm going to get into this now. We'll get through your regional temperatures first. So your expected highs are 22 in Thunder Bay, 20 in Wawa, the cool spot once again, 21 in Timmins, 23 here at Sault Ste. Marie, as well as in Elliott Lake, 22 degrees in Sudbury. So a very seasonal day today before things do change. Overnight, we're going to see a low of 17 in Thunder Bay, 15 in Wawa, 13 in Timmins, 15 here in Sault Ste. Marie, as well as in Sudbury, and a 16 in Elliott Lake. So as I mentioned, we're sitting at 12 degrees. We got a few clouds out there. We are going to see mainly sunny today and a few clouds. That's going to shift in the evening when we see the winds pick up. We have winds 9 kilometers to the northwest, but by the evening they will change to the south and they will pick up. We will see a high of 23 today and a low of 15 overnight. There's no humidex factor. It's pretty much the same as the temperature, but we will see those showers move in probably about 8 or 9 p.m. You're going to see them really pick up and then last overnight. And then as we get into Thursday, this is where we have a chance of some strong thunderstorms during the day. We're getting up to a high of 23, which is around seasonal still, but we are going to see that mixed bag of weather over the next few days. 16 degrees is your low on Thursday. Friday, we're warming up though a bit here, 27 degrees with a bit of humidity. And you'll see that just has a thunderbolt, not with the heavy rain coming from it, because it's not supposed to be as bad. And then we're going to have a low of 17 on Friday. Saturday, we may get a little bit of a break. 26 degrees is your high. Once again, a couple degrees over the seasonal mark, and a low of 17. So you're going to see coming up in the 7-day, there's a lot of rain and mixed bags of weather coming your way, and we got to get through this before we get into some nice weather again, maybe near the end of August into September. Looking into September, we may see some above seasonal, but you're not going to expect the 30-degree weather. So that's what's your outlook. And I want to remind everybody, go to SiouxOnline.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe on YouTube. It's all there for you. We love when you interact with us on air as well on Facebook. So I'm going to send it back over to Chris.
Thank you very much, Daniel. We will have more coming up. Trudeau shuffles his cabinet, and Biden has now been nominated as the Democratic presidential candidate. But we'll be right back after this break.
A message from the Government of Canada.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room. Create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
And welcome back to Special Report for Wednesday, August the 19th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. We're brought to you by KC Securities. Yesterday was an interesting day in Ottawa. Trudeau has done a little bit of shuffling. Morneau resigned as finance minister Monday. Yesterday, Chrystia Freeland was announced as the new finance minister. She'll also continue in her existing role. Now, Trudeau went to the Governor General, Julie Payette, to prorogue Parliament until September the 23rd. So just a little over a month from now, he's promising to come back with a new throne speech to reset the Liberal government's agenda in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, and also putting in a new finance minister who's going to be there probably for several years in the position. That's one of the reasons why Morneau was stepping down, because coming out of this COVID-19
Well, that's what he's saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
But
with this,
we'll just say that's what the official line is.
That's what.
But he was only committed to 2 elections, and Morneau is in his second one right now. So he's bowing out in the next election.
This is going to be interesting because Conservatives will have a leader by then too,
Yes.
and we could see an election.
Yeah,
it could happen.
And one in there too. I mean, Peter MacKay and Aaron O'Toole. Looks like Peter MacKay is.
He would need a seat.
Yeah, he needs a seat, but he is up on Aaron O'Toole, and actually he polls better than Aaron O'Toole does in the general public.
Yeah.
So if the Conservatives go with Peter MacKay, they might have a shot at going
because
after Trudeau.
with a throne speech, if it doesn't
pass,
the government falls, and
and Trudeau's going to have to work with the NDP on this one and the Green Party, because the Conservatives are going to want an election.
They're going to want an election either way because they have money in the coffers.
So expect a bill with a lot of stuff in it, because that's the only way they're going to get the NDP and Green Party support. So who knows what's going to be in that, but expect to be a lot of spending there.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and then speaking of spending, American government. Biden now is the official Democratic presidential candidate to go up against Donald Trump. Election is 77 days away, so we're getting very close.
Already.
I know, yeah. And I mean, just considering that he just picked his VP candidate last week.
I know.
Which, by the way, that is way, way later than normal. I mean, usually your VP candidate you have out there.
He left it right till the end.
4, 5, 6 months ahead of time, not. Yeah. I think it was 83 days before the election. I mean, within 3 months. But he is, he is the candidate. It's going to be interesting to see what happens because honestly, I've watched a lot of his stuff and he seems to get confused. I don't like Trump or Biden for a plethora of reasons on each one. But Biden, to me, just does not inspire confidence. And people are looking for confidence right now in a leader in America. Trump is confident in what he says, whether you agree with it or not. But we got to hit a commercial break, so we'll be right back with 7-Day weather after this.
the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
And welcome back to Special Report for Wednesday, August 19th. Hope everybody is having a great morning. So we're going to get right into the Weather Watcher photo here and our 7-day forecast. So you're going to see the Weather Watcher is from Kelowna, British Columbia. This is actually one of my archived ones. So it's from earlier in the year, and it is from Knox Mountain. Now I do have actually a couple of friends that live in Kelowna as well, so I was able to get some photos from there. This is a nice shot though. I've never been to Kelowna. I've been to, I lived in Victoria, right, like Vancouver Island, but I've never been to Kelowna. I've been to Kamloops and some other parts of the interior, so that's on my list. It's beautiful there. So if you want to send in photos or videos, weather related, to ontvweather@gmail.com, please include your name and location, and we will get it up on the Weather Watcher segment. All right, so the 7-day forecast is pretty mixed up all over the map here. We got lots of rain and thunderstorms coming our way the next couple of days, and we bump up in temperature a little bit. A little break on Saturday. Sunday we'll see overcast, 24 degrees. Monday we'll see mainly sunny with some clouds and a 30% chance of a shower. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, you can see rain and seasonal temperatures of 22 and 21 degrees. And your overnight lows are between 15 to 17 degrees overnight. So that's what's going on in the 7-day. So now we're shifting over to sports. Dale Hawerchuk has passed away at 57.
I remember this when I was watching hockey as a kid. Winnipeg Jets
young.
and Dale Hawerchuk.
Yeah, Dale, so he's a former Winnipeg Jets superstar and longtime Barrie Colts head coach. His son, Eric Hawerchuk, posted on social media Tuesday afternoon that his father had passed away after a battle with cancer. So he wore the Winnipeg colors from 1981 through the 1989-90 season, and although he played his last game as a Jet 30 years ago, Hawerchuk has been on Manitobans' minds in recent months due to his battle with stomach cancer. He had surgery to remove part of his colon and his entire stomach, but unfortunately Hawerchuk's family posted that his cancer had returned in July. So that's such a young age.
Yeah, 57. Yeah, he was. I grew up in Barrie, and he was a Barrie Colts manager too. Yeah,
with the Colts. So
he turned that team around pretty good.
So very unfortunate news, and if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan, you're not going to like what I have to say now either. Flyers are leading the series 3-1 after a 2-0 shutout. They're Canadian teams, This is your team. Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to bug them, but so they are. Carter Hart made 29 saves, another shutout, and they're flat. Since that first game, they haven't been able to rebound. So I don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, just quickly, yesterday numbers came out. We had 125 new cases of COVID-19.
We don't got no zeros on there, unfortunately.
And 4 new deaths as well. And that means our positivity rate was around 0.54%. And 60% of cases were in people 39 and younger. I'll be back at 1 o'clock with Doug Ford for Special Report. He's joined by Carolyn Mulroney, Kinga Surma, Bonnie Crombie, who's the mayor of Mississauga, and this announcement will be coming from Mississauga. So have a fantastic morning, and we'll see you back here at 1 o'clock.
See you at 1.